So yeah, this is Blevins with Rockin with Blevins, and we are talking with Mr. Philip Lewis, lead singer of LA Guns. So how's it going,
Hi
Phil?
there. It's going great. How you doing, man?
Man, pretty good, pretty good. God, I was supposed to interview you like 3 years ago, and you had to have oral surgery, and
Oh,
it didn't
sure.
happen.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know what?
Um,
Better late than never. You know.
yeah, these old teeth, they serve me pretty good, but every now and then. That was a root canal. I can recall that. So yeah, I do apologize for
Oh
that, but
no, no worries, no
it was
worries.
it was sincere. It wasn't an excuse.
Well, glad everything was all right. So,
Yeah,
but
great.
but yeah, man. LA Guns. God, uh, first album came out in '88.
Yeah.
By the way, I, one of the greatest albums ever. LA
You know,
Guns, my top
it's fared
favorite.
very well. It fared very well with time, I must say. Um, it was a lot of fun doing it, and we never really knew what was. We thought, okay, this would be great if we can sell 10,000 copies,
Yeah.
and then it came out, and it pretty much did that first day, and then was like, well, wouldn't it be great if it sold 100,000? And sure enough, in a couple of weeks it did, and it just kept going and going and going until it got to about it's 475,000, and then it was 480. But from the 480 to the 500 to the actual gold standard mark, it took a long, long time. I mean, it shot up real close, almost, immediately. But for that last section, the last fraction of it, took about a year. It was excruciating.
Mm. Yeah. Oh, I could imagine. I mean, that's you know, just
But at that point, it had exceeded our wildest expectations. So it was great. It was a great time. It was a great time to be in the band. It was a great time for music. It was just
yes,
great.
it was. It was. And then you followed it up with Cocked and Loaded and
Yeah,
Ballad of Jane. Just well, I mean, that song just in itself is amazing, but it that helped blow LA Guns up, in my
yeah,
opinion. I mean, of course, Never
it
Enough was
yeah, it
amazing.
changed everything. We weren't 100% sure that we should put it on the record.
Really?
Um, we weren't sure because it was so unlike anything else we'd ever done.
Right.
This is the band, like that came out with One More Reason,
Hmm.
Die, and Sex Action, and here it was this sort of crossover, twangy, country-ish almost, like a rock folk, a rock country fusion, and
Hmm.
it was like, that was, it was around that time that we started to realize that we weren't a one-dimensional band. We had
Yeah.
all kinds of different avenues that we like to explore, and that was, it kind of shocked us, to be honest with you, because it just came out of nowhere. Because we weren't trying to write something. We just had those pretty chords and that
Hmm.
progression, and we knocked around with it. There are several several versions of the different lyrics, but I think, when we all got together, and it was a team effort, definitely. It turned out great, and did, as you say, change everything.
Yeah. Yeah. To be honest, though, one of my favorites is One Way Ticket. And the video to
Yeah,
that just hits so hard.
yeah, that was great. It was, all that first record, um, was, I've got to admit, it was pretty much conceived before I joined the band.
Oh, really?
Um,
Okay.
yeah, 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 because that was all stuff that they put together like in 85, 86,
Hmm.
uh, just before I joined.
Okay.
So it wasn't until Cox and Loaded that I started with a blank slate.
Ah.
Um, in the band. I mean, I did some things here and there
Right.
on the first record, and clearly I sang it all.
Mhm.
But yeah, and I always thought the same thing when I heard that. It was such a beautiful melancholic melody to it, and
Mhm.
yeah, I adopted it and love it. You know, I do. You know, sometimes I do acoustic solo shows, and I put it in my set, and it always goes down great.
Yeah. Yeah. That's very cool. That's very cool. I mean, so many songs over the years that are just,
Yeah, well, it's
amazing.
been a lot of years now. You know,
Hmm.
so yeah, it figures that that we would have written a lot of songs, and you know, like I love Guns N' Roses. We all love Guns N' Roses, but
Hmm.
you know, that first the Appetite record that was phenomenal,
Yeah.
and they'll always be remembered for that record. You know, we're a little bit different. You know, we've got so many records with so much personality, honestly, I prefer. I don't know. I don't know because I'd love it to have our first record to have sold. I don't know, 80 million copies, whatever Appetite did.
Yeah.
So I mean, who wouldn't want that? But
Of course.
I'm rather proud of our development. I've got to say
Oh,
from that
yes.
debut album all the way up to this new one.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And before we get on that real quick, just want to say, Malaria and I Want to Be Your Man are two of my favorites also, off
Oh,
Cocktail.
that's great.
Um,
Thank you very much. Yeah, I love that record, and I knew when we were recording it, we were onto something. It was going to be, you know, like it was going to change everything, and it did.
mhm, mhm. Very cool. Yeah, and then, just so glad to see, you know, you two back together and making music because, LA Guns is not LA Guns without the both of you. You and Tracy. It's
I
just,
agree.
it's amazing. One thing that makes me mad, I sold my truck a couple weeks ago and I left my Made in Milan live CD in the truck, and I
Oh
can't get it back.
no! Oh no! Well, you should be able to track another one down.
Oh yeah, I'll buy another one, but still, I'm just like, dang gummit. but
Funny.
and then the missing piece, Speed, just
Yeah.
killer riff, killer song. Um, you know, you guys, you're not missing a beat, and God, you're putting out an album every year now. It seems like.
Yeah.
Is
Every
that
2 years.
correct?
It's about every 2 years, and
Okay.
that's sort of the way it should be. You know,
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
we
17,
grow.
8, 19,
Yeah,
and then okay.
we grew up and listening to music in the 70s, and all our bands, all our favorite bands, they put a record out every 2 years. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's just kind of, you know, it's what we do. Um, it's as natural as anything for us because
Yeah.
we enjoy the process,
Yeah.
and we certainly don't hate all this attention that we're getting either. So you know, it keeps things fresh, you know.
Yes, yes. And I guess the older you get, it just seems like it's every year because time goes by so fast.
It
But
goes so quick, doesn't it? Yeah, that's
exactly.
true. Yeah.
But yeah, let's talk about And the Devil You Know. Of course, 2019 release. But this new one, Cannonball, man, I've got to say, I love I love the handlebar mustache and the beard, dude. That that is classic on that video.
Well, you know, the mustache was after the last gig, everything went tits up because of lockdown.
Mhm.
I said, well, I'm not going to shave until the next gig, and you know, I thought, well,
Ah,
it might be a month or two, and it just kept going on, longer and longer, and the moustache got bigger and bigger.
yeah,
So it actually worked out great for my concept, my visual concept
yeah.
of Cannonball, and yeah,
You still there? I think I lost you.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, there we go. Okay, you're back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just it's just a funny thing that it worked out and it worked visually in the video, but now it's gone now. I couldn't wait to shave it off. I never expected it to be that. I've never had face hair like that. I mean, it was like Civil War, isn't it? You know,
It
like,
was. It was cool.
The pictures you see of those old Stonewall Jackson. You know, they've got the big handlebars. But a lot of people said it made me look like Lemmy, and that cracked me up. That's funny.
I didn't think about that, but kind of, sort of, yeah.
I'll take that.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
No.
But then tomorrow, of course, this won't be out for a couple of days, but tomorrow, the premiere of the new song, Get Along, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. And video, and listening to that, I was like, you know, don't get me wrong, I love it, but I was like, that just totally threw my head for a loop. I'm like, folky, I don't know. It's very cool though.
It's like, you know, it reminds us of something of Led Zeppelin 3.
Yes. You
know, the gallows pole, the hangman vibe to it. You know, it's a fusion. It's a lot of, you know, how Ballad of Jane was a fusion of country and rock. This one is very much folky. It sounds like it's mandolins, and it's not mandolins. It's just a 12-string guitar,
right?
Well, lots of 12-string guitars, but it just has that really folky vibe to it, and a complete contrast to Cannonball. And that's the kind of band we are. You know, a band of contrast, and to go from something like Cannonball into Get Along. I'm pretty proud of that.
Yeah, definitely, man. And this album comes out is November. Am I correct?
November 11th.
November 11th. Oh, okay. All right, very cool. Yeah, I'm trying to keep all my dates and everything in the head, but yeah. And now y'all going to be, I know you're going to be going on the road, but is it going to be anytime this year, or is it going to be next year?
We're not exactly on the road, but you know, when the record drops, we got a show that night in California. We got like half a dozen shows in and around the LA area. A couple of shows in Vegas, and then our New Year's Eve show at the Whiskey, which
sweet.
we always traditionally do. And obviously we couldn't do it last year because no one could do anything. So yeah, it'll be good to get back and see our friends and play in our favorite venue.
Yes, definitely. You know, and speaking of last year, not to harp on last year or anything, but yeah, actually my band was supposed to play with y'all in Cincinnati, Ohio, and of course that got canceled, and I was so sick. But you know, I there again, I understand it happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope y'all, you know, sometime next year get back out this way. Are you living? Are you in the States?
So yeah, and we've got summer dates lined up with Tom Kiefer.
Oh, sweet! Definitely.
So that's a good double bill, isn't it? In fact, it's a triple bill. It's Faster Pussycat, LA Guns, and Tom Kiefer.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah. Yes, definitely. Yeah, I saw Pussycat when they first came out, opening for Alice Cooper in '87, and that was just, oh my God, crazy.
Yeah, we're pretty good friends with those guys. We've been tight with them since literally that long ago.
Yeah, very cool, very cool. So now, are you living in the States, or are you overseas, or?
I live in Nevada now.
Okay.
You know, LA got a little bit. I don't know. It just got too big and noisy, and you know, I needed some space, and Nevada works really good for me.
Yeah, a lot of people are moving there. You know, either there or Nashville. You know,
right? So, well, you know, I like Nevada because it's close to LA. You know, and a lot of, obviously I still have to do a lot of stuff in LA,
Mhm.
So I like the fact that, I can drive there in a few hours, or get a flight there in less than an hour.
Right.
So I feel like I'm in a remote suburb of LA.
Yeah. Yeah. That's very cool. Very cool. So just wondering, I mean, are y'all writing for the next, have y'all been writing for the next album? Has that already started?
I mean, you know, it isn't.
Sorry, you're cutting out on me. That's okay.
Yeah, a problem. We were
Uh-huh.
record, so it was time.
Right.
And so yeah, but we I think we're okay now. We're not quite that keen.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll come together, and when it comes together, it's usually pretty quick.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I just knew with so much downtime that that
That
not
was,
much to do but write music,
Yeah, no, it was great having this record to do in all this downtime, because we obviously all did it remotely from our individual houses.
Yeah.
And exchanged files, and
How great is technology now? I mean,
very different, very different blueprint, different template from the old days, where
yes.
you get a bunch of guys would get in a room, okay, what we got, okay, let's do this, and you'd run through stuff like countless times, putting it together and adding stuff here. It's just completely the opposite now.
Yeah.
Like I've never seen Cannonball live. In fact, there's only one song off this record that I have sung live. I'm not worried about it, because I've actually sung. Recording is the best way to learn a song, because you just go over it countless times.
Right.
But yeah, it's very different from the traditional way that we've always done it.
Oh yeah. But there is something about getting together and doing it and feeding off each other too.
Oh yeah, of course, it's great. I love that, but we just didn't have that luxury, so we just had to get on with that.
Yeah. Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. Well, everybody can check out LA Guns on Facebook. I know you have a website. I think.
LAguns.net.
Okay. And on all the platforms, and definitely be looking out. Be ready for tomorrow, of course, Friday, the 20. I guess that's the 22nd. Is the world premiere of Get Along. So and if you hadn't seen a snippet of it yet, check it out, because it's going to be an amazing song. Love it. But Phil, I'm gonna let you get off here so you have a minute or two before you have to do the next one, because I know you've been talking for a few days.
I'm happy to do it. It's great. I like the enthusiasm.
Yes. But
well, Chris, thank you so much. I appreciate the support. And where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Well, next time we're anywhere near that, come down, say hi, and we'll set you up.
Oh yeah. Hey, I appreciate it. Yeah, I saw y'all with Junkyard a couple years ago at Bogart's in Cincinnati.
I like Bogart. Oh,
yes.
That's a great venue.
Yes.
Cool. Well, nice talking to you, Chris.
You too, and have a good one.
Take care, man. Cheers.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
About to say, shot you